Being polarizing, a topic that I wanted to touch on for a good while. I wrote a post on it a while ago, but it didn't really resonate the way I wanted it to. So the video is here for clarity and to really hammer home the point of polarity and being polarizing. Now, what I mean by this, for starters here, is in pertaining to dating and pickup is, me personally, I either want to be on either side of the fence. I don't want to play both sides, at least not in the outcome. And what I mean by that is, I either want to be liked extremely or extremely hated by the woman whom I interact with. That sounds very rash, but I'll explain. A lot of guys have the tendency of playing the shit too safe. They meet a girl and they toe the safety line. They play more of being on the safe side, and they use rationale to rationalize this. I mean, if you're trying to get a girl, you obviously have to be nice. You know, that is the mainstream or the common way to go about it, which is obviously the wrong way. So that is being polarizing totally one way. You're being nice and, docile and so forth. I, on the other hand, I rather be polarizing the other way. I rather be over aggressive. I rather be an asshole. I rather be a dickhead to women. And if I then have to dial it back and tone it down, I would actually do that. But and the thing is that you must learn is, you can't be nice to women, and if it isn't working out, you can't then decide you're gonna become an asshole. It's not gonna fucking work. I'm telling you, it's not going to work. Alright? You cannot be nice to a girl, and then if it doesn't work, if she's not responding, you can't then decide to let it all hang out and become an asshole, because you've already let your true nature out. However, if you presented her with an asshole frame, with being a jerk from the start, if she doesn't respond well to that, you can always flip the script and flip your game and dial it back, tone it down, and become a bit, nice. And in a nice guy sense, beta male sense, but have a little nice guy qualities in it. So that is one key thing that I want you guys to realize there. You can always, and this ties into the apology frame. Alright, so back to polarity. Now, my theory or my game overall is based on that. The girl either likes me or fucking hates me. In the end, or even at the beginning, she either likes me or she'll fucking hate me. I wrote an article on this in the past, which is that it was about text game and texting women and so forth. So my thing was, if a girl doesn't dig me, some way down the line during the getting to know you process, and if for some reason she begins to act a little cold to me, I would totally fuck her up verbally, and she'll become to hate me. And it's just what I live. It means what I accept. I accept that repercussion for my actions. And a lot of guys will see that as being reactive and beta. The more nice you are to a woman, the more she will fuck you over. The more dominant and asshole-ish you are, the better responses you'll get. So that is a frame of mind when it comes to me even exerting this sort of mindset and frame towards women in my game. If it's either all or nothing. I'm not gonna play this middle line, down the line bullshit. You know, it's either she's gonna like me, love me, she's gonna be totally, massively enamored with me, or she's gonna fucking wish I get hit by a truck. And it's all good. It's cool. It's just life, right? So, be polarizing. You know, play one side of the fence, either side of the fence. If you're gonna be a nice guy, be a nice guy. If you're gonna be an asshole, sure, you can be that. And the beauty about being an asshole, as I stated earlier, is that you can always mix in a bit of niceties and throw in a bit of sort of that personality in the mix. You know, it's being a bad boy with the heart, basically. And that is a route that I want to encourage you guys to go. Become a bad boy with a heart. You want to be an asshole with a heart. You don't want to be a total jerk off. But if you do, you know, decide to adopt that asshole frame, or bad boy frame, you know, mix in a little bit of vulnerabilities in there. But you can't play the total nice guy and add a little bad boy mix to your game. It's not going to compute. It's not going to resonate. It's not going to add up. You know, but if you're bad, or you're a bad boy, you're a jerk off, you're an asshole, or you're a wild dude, but you have this sort of cool, chill, get along quality that you can eventually mix in with your personality, that will resonate. That is the way to go. You know, and so as far as texting, when it comes to polarity and being polarizing, I don't advocate texting women. And I'm not going to go through that again. It's a pretty drawn out, long story. If you could check out the blog, and I wrote about this a million times for the year. I probably wrote about 10 articles in 2014 alone. You know, it's being polarizing. And what I mean, or how it relates, or how it should be applied to texting is, once again, if you do decide to play it safe with the girl during texting, there will come a point where she gets turned off. You get too boring. The vibe becomes too lame. It's too generic. Everything's too commonplace, and she would eventually get bored. It's at that point you should throw the kitchen sink at everything, and be polarizing. If you have to send her a text and say, hey, you know what? Fuck you, Jenny. Fuck you. In order to get her to respond. And you're not being an attention whore because you're throwing that out there and you're moving on with your life. You're being an attention whore if you say, fuck you, Jenny, but then you send 1,000 other texts afterwards. That's being an attention whore and you're being needy. But if Jenny is not responding, you go all out. Send her a message, fuck you, Jenny, and you go on. Simple. And the beauty about it, you'll be amazed that Jenny will respond almost instantly. And this is given that she hadn't responded in days to all the nice little beta male bullshit you might have been sending her. So be polarizing. Don't play it too safe. And if you do play it safe, remember, you will eventually have to fucking go all out, be polarizing, get extreme, go to the other side of the fence, and you're gonna have to just play fucking wild man out there. You're just gonna have to go for broke. And if you're coming from a tame a tame mindset, this seems very radical.